An earthquake struck Majene Regency in the province of West Sulawesi, on the Indonesian island of Sulawesi on 15 January 2021. At 2:28 WITA. With a moment magnitude of 6.2. This earthquake was felt as far away as Makassar, the capital of South Sulawesi, and Palu in central Sulawesi. Strong shaking was reported in Majene and the provincial capital Mamuju for at least 5 to 7 seconds. It was preceded by a foreshock measuring 5.7 magnitude a few hours earlier. Widespread damage was reported throughout 4 out of 5 regencies in the province. More than 6,000 structures were damaged or destroyed in region. Officials estimated that the earthquake caused damages amounting to Rp 829.1 billion rupiah. At least 105 people were confirmed dead and more than 3,300 were injured, while thousands of residents were displaced due to the quake. An aftershock struck on 3 February 2021, killing a man and causing further damage. Sulawesi lies within the complex zone of interaction between the Australian, Pacific, Philippine and Sunda plates in which many small microplates have developed. The main active structure onshore in the western part of central Sulawesi is the left lateral NNWSSE Palu Koro strike slip fault that forms the boundary between the North Sular and Makassar blocks and was responsible for the destructive Palu earthquake in 2018. According to the interpretation of Global Positioning System data, the Makassar block is currently rotating anti-clockwise, with its northwestern margin showing convergence with the Sunda block across the Makassar Strait. The main structure in that part of Sulawesi is the offshore, north-south trending, moderately east-dipping Makassar thrust, also known as the Majene thrust. The GPS data also support the presence of a seismically locked fault in the Makassar Strait. Seismic reflection data from the Makassar Strait supports the presence of active thrusting west of the Makassar block. The Majene Kalosi fold and thrust belt is exposed onshore between Majene and Mamuju. The northern part of the Makassar Strait is interpreted as a fallen basin, with its subsidence caused by the loading of this active thrust belt. The earthquake struck at a shallow depth of 18 kilometers was recorded. The Indonesian Meteorology, Climatology and Geophysics Agency stated that intensity of V was felt in Majene for 5 to 7 seconds. The shaking was felt in neighboring cities, as far away as Makassar to the south and Palu to the north. The earthquake happened along the Mamuju-Majene thrust fault, which runs close to the city of Mamuju, West Sulawesi. This fault was also responsible for a large earthquake in 1969 near Majene, which killed at least 64 people. That earthquake also caused a major tsunami and landslides, damaging at least 1,200 houses. A major earthquake in the region is expected to occur every 75 years. BMKG stated that the fault was overdue for another large earthquake as the last damaging earthquake happened in 1969, approximately 12 hours earlier on the previous day. A magnitude 5.7 earthquake struck immediately northwest of the Manshock, triggering multiple landslides and destroying 2 houses in Majene. The foreshock occurred at a depth of 19 kilometers. The foreshock was felt as far away as South Kalimantan. The foreshock reportedly caused 26 aftershocks. Dozens of people reportedly evacuated due to fears of a tsunami and 1 person was injured. A magnitude 4.9 aftershock struck at 23:32 Coordinated Universal Time. The aftershock was felt with an intensity of 3 on the Mercalli intensity scale. There were no reports of injuries or damage caused by the tremor. Since 14 January 2021, BMKG stated that only 32 aftershocks had been recorded. BMKG warned that residents should be aware of possible strong aftershocks that could cause an undersea landslide, which subsequently might cause a tsunami. BMKG later advised coastal residents to immediately evacuate if residents felt strong shaking, citing the fact that in 1969, a similarly large earthquake had struck the region and caused a massive tsunami without warning. The analysis made by BMKG showed that the fault might still have adequate energy to cause another destructive earthquake in the next few days, as it may trigger the nearby faults located around the Mamuju fault. The government of West Sulawesi later advised coastal residents to evacuate to higher grounds due to threats of the tsunami. On January 31, A magnitude 4.4 aftershock struck 37 kilometers south of Mamuju at a depth of 10.0 kilometers. Severe damage was reported across Majene Regency and in several areas in Mamuju Regency. West Sulawesi's gubernatorial building, which was located in West Sulawesi's capital Mamuju, was destroyed in the earthquake. 2 people were reportedly trapped beneath the ruins. Parts of Hotel Malio in Mamuju also reportedly collapsed. Meanwhile, a section of Mirta Manakarra Hospital, a main hospital in Majene, also collapsed, trapping at least 6 people inside. Mamuju's main hospital also reportedly suffered extensive damage.